So today is day 6 of the apple cider vinegar test to see if I can get rid of my acid reflux by using apple cider vinegar. Now I've got Mazzetti organic apple cider vinegar here with the mother, and I've got my shot glass here. Now I've been taking 25 millilitres of apple cider vinegar in the morning and 25 millilitres in the evening, although this is reduced from the first few days where I was first doing 100 millilitres in the morning and then the evening as well, and then I reduced it to 50 and now it's 25. So I keep on reducing it because it's becoming quite taxing on my stomach, which hopefully is a sign that I'm increasing the amount of stomach acid that I have, which it supposedly will help sort out the reflux, along with doing the low-carb dieting, which is hoping to strengthen that lower esophageal sphincter. Now today's been quite a day of celebration, so I went to my friend's graduation for her uni degree, and then also my brother got engaged, so there's been lots to celebrate today. So I've had lots of opportunities, should I say, to have different types of delicious food, but thankfully I managed to stick within the constraints of the low-carb diet. So for example, there was this whole spread at the graduation that I was at with lots of these nice sweet things, should I say, but thankfully there were savoury options like some meats there and some broccoli that had been nicely steamed and some capsicum, things like that. And then with my brother's engagement, which is extremely big news, of course, I was able to have some champagne because that's pretty low in carbs, and there was some duck as well, and some cucumbers. So I basically have to make sure that I stick within the constraints of the low carb diet while still trying to enjoy my life where I can, I guess you could say. As far as today goes, I didn't actually manage to do the 25 millilitres this morning because I ran out of time. I had to rush out of the house. So I'm going to do the 50 millilitres today, today in the evening, which is a full shot of this. Now, obviously, you need to have water with you when you do this to ensure that this is still an alkaline environment up here, because down here is acidic. So what we're trying to do is get this straight down here. And if there's any excess apple cider vinegar left up here, we need to wash that down as quick as possible. So that's why I've got this. Now, I'm not really looking forward to this because, as you know, in the previous days, I've had some bad reactions to the apple cider vinegar. So this is quite off-putting at this point on day 6. But hopefully I'm going to keep getting used to it and used to the smell and the taste of it. But here we go. Again, that was not very easy, but got to keep doing it because otherwise we won't know if that's going to solve my reflux or not. But it's not very fun. Now, yesterday when I mentioned about how I'm going to compare before and after playing in that football match that I was going to play in, I definitely did notice that my singing was better afterwards. Usually I do my singing exercises in the evening, but yesterday I did them in the morning to get them out of the way. So potentially it was the fact that I hadn't done exercise before singing that meant that this singing was not that great yesterday. Because after the football match, I definitely was singing better, that's for sure. So what I'm going to plan to do is to ensure that I do a run every single morning and some serious body exercises as well. So I'm going to do that not first thing, but maybe a couple of hours after I wake up. And I'm planning to wake up at, say, 4 o'clock in the morning there or thereabouts. So I can do a couple of hours on the music and then do maybe a run and then some serious body exercises. So that's the idea. I'm actually starting that new job this week rather than last week. It didn't start yet. So I've got till, I think, Thursday morning to figure out how the morning routine is going to work, if I'm going to incorporate some exercise earlier in the day rather than in the evening. But yeah, so I'm going to be combining, I'm always combining new things, but it's going to be the apple cider vinegar, the low-carb diet, the serious exercise so I can really get the blood flowing around my body, get my lungs and diaphragm working properly, and then maybe the singing will gradually get better if you're including all these things at the same time. But yeah, day 6, that's kind of where I'm at. Is the reflux gone? No, it's not. Am I sleeping better? Yes, marginally. Now, something else that I've noticed, which is honestly been quite extraordinary, is that after the longest time of having red gums, of having gum disease for honestly many years now, I seem to have got gums that are more pink in colour, which says to me that potentially the apple cider vinegar is having an effect on my gums. Potentially the low carb stuff is having an effect on my gums as well, which is fantastic, because while I'm not a scientist and I cannot prove that this has been the reason why I've gotten rid to some extent of my gum disease, I know my own body, and this seems to have had a significant effect on me. Now, make of that what you will, but that's just, I guess, my observation of it. So I'm also interested, not just with the reflux, but seeing how that develops over time as well. Something else that I've noticed is that, and my brother noticed this as well, and also my dad, is that I have a slightly more developed jaw than I did, I'd say, about 3 weeks ago when I started the low-carb diet. And I would definitely say that that's got something to do with the fact I've been eating obviously a lot of meat, a lot of chicken, and obviously chewing a lot is going to be developing that jawline, but also making sure that I'm breathing through my nose at night. That's also got a lot to do with it as well. So this is all great stuff, honestly. But the thing that, as you know, I'm most concerned about is, can I get the reflux gone? Can I get the singing to sound a lot better? Can I get rid of the mild muscle dysphonia that I was diagnosed with, along with the reflux, when I went to the ENT recently? The idea is that if I can get rid of the reflux, then my throat can be clear of the irritation, which will then make it easier for my, what are they called? The arytenoid cartilages to bring my vocal cords together. Hopefully that will be a smoother process. So yeah, that's where we're up to. It's day 6, and obviously I'll keep doing these videos until I get some serious results. But there are some positive signs, as I said, with the gums, with the jaw, and with the breathing at night, which is always getting slightly better each time. But what I really want to get better is the seeing. That's obviously the main focus of this apple cider vinegar test. And that's what I'm looking out for. That's what really is driving me during these videos. So hopefully I get some significant results soon, and I'll keep on reporting back as I do. But yeah, thank you for watching.